In 1963, God revealed himself to Africa, Uganda, through Prophet Noah with the gospel of righteousness. Prophet Noah then started preaching this gospel of righteousness as well as putting emphasis on teaching all converts to work for themselves and become self-reliant, as opposed to the then emerging tendency of seeking aid from foreigners.
Katonda tasobola kuikiriza sente ya musiyazi. Katonda tasobola kuikiriza sente ba malaya. Bayibuli eyogera Yakobo ati omuntu aleta ekirabo malaya bwaleta ekirabo ku meza ya Katonda afaana omuntu alese ekirabo ekyembwa mu kanisa.
As an extemporary leader, Prophet Noah started farming in villages of Lukumbi, Budola, Bulesa to practically engage the converts and train them more in agriculture. In the present day, Prophet David, the leader of Universal Apostles Fellowship Church of Righteousness and preacher of the Gospel of Righteousness, has embraced the work started by his spiritual father, Prophet Noah, and extended very large-scale farming in different parts of the country, that is to say, Eden in Nakaseke district, Bwetiaba, Kanyanda, Bakata around Mabira Forest in Buyukwa district, among other areas.
Bowling agamba wano tulina itaka erimala obulungi. Yetwenda okuta wano byandawo, yetwenda okutera byandawo. Tuli kun'amataka agawera twenda okuba ekyokulira ku munsi yonna yonna. Mugamba ife tuli bakusakira kyakulya wabula tulina okusakira abantu. Waife balina Katonda tuba n'amagezi omukisa gwaife twagukozesa okuvuira Mukama. Obulamu Mukama bwatuwaire, amagezi Mukama gatuwaire, amaani Mukama gatuwaire, obumu Mukama bwatuwaire, n'obwesimbu bwesigwa mu Katonda. Byonna bina tukolera walala wajja okwagana buli kimu. Kale
nze okutandika okulima titandise leero. Ate kanisa eno nina binuwa twalina enimiro Lukumbi, twalina enimiro ku Nairo, twalina enimiro e Budola, twalina enimiro namule Bulesa n'ebitundu ebindi. Nfaanana Baba Noah. Ate tinuwa ono yenka ninuwa w'amataba yali mulimu. Kuba bw'ava mu lyata ati pa business gyasooka okola kulima.
The Universal Apostles Fellowship Church of Righteousness Media Group was given an opportunity to tour one of the farms in Eden, found in Nakaseke district. We were overwhelmed and significantly amazed by the works found in this farm. By the sight of the healthy cattle that grazed on about 10 acres of land, feeding on perfectly green grass and clean water, we were welcomed. Crossing over to the uncountably healthy goats, we noticed that they were extensively reared on a free range due to the vast land and guided to their clean premises, severally as explained by the in-charge. The pigs reared are of a prolific breed which gives birth to 10 to 15 piglets per gestation. One of the veterinary doctors gave our team more insight on these breeds and how they are looked after.
Tulina ekigambo kyeta nti ziri prolific. Embizi ekuwa feze tulina zikuwa wakati w'obwana 10 ne 15. Bw'ofuna obusukaawo weebaza nnyo Katonda kubanga zo kiba kibaddewo. Naye ng'okusinziira ku kye twakafuna ku faamu tufuna wakati w'obwana 10 ne 15. Era kye tugenderako embizi nawe woba ogula eyo embizi enungi kyogenderako nti amabeere g'embizi obungi bwago obudde obusinga bwe bwana bwesobola okuwa. So eno webeerayo ku side emu ng'erinayo amabeere katugeze 8 ne side nga 8 itegeeze erina potential ekuwa obwana 18 oba 16. So ekintu ekyo kigendera ku ebyo obudde obusinga embizzi webeera n'amabeere 4 era ogenda okwesanga nga nayo obwana bwekuwa buba buki buba butini nnyo.
Our attention was then shifted to the chicken coop, where proper custody, feeding and breeding of chicken is done.
Tulina okubanga enkoko zikola ki zaawulwa n'okufuna amagi nga gali fertilized. Olina okubanga omwetalinga kati wano buli nkoko emu empanga tugiwa enkazi 10.
The farm has adopted the use of incubators to hatch as many eggs as possible for the day by the increasing demand. The stunning experience was at a climax when we crossed over to the fruit section. Guavas were planted alongside the walkways of the farm. The type of guavas planted here was first carefully studied about, and choice was for a fast-growing type which can bear over 2,000 guavas on a single tree. Judging from size and taste, these were the sweetest we had ever seen.
I've seen the fruits all over. Thank you very much. We call this place Eden. Eden's garden. We want every type of fruit to be in this place.
Mangoes are succulent, aromatic fruits of the evergreen tree. Mango trees can be found growing in various tropical and subtropical regions and are the most widely cultivated tropical fruits throughout the world, with more than 500 cultivated varieties. The mangoes in Eden are also of a fast-growing breed and have a characteristic scent that brings a mouth-watering sensation. The oranges and purples also cover a section in Eden. While most people in Uganda consume these directly as a fruit, they can as well be used as salads, making refreshment drinks and many more. The breeds in Eden are huge and have a bright look, accompanying their sweet taste. 140 acres of land have been dedicated to the growing of pineapples in Eden. Owing to the quality of these fruits in regards to the size and sweet juice, it was brought to our attention that the demand of pineapples from this farm comes even from as far as Kenya. Our astonishment was furthermore evident when we met waiting trucks and motorcycles of business people that bought these fruits in great bulk to supply to their markets for an income. The epitome of the fruit section tour was realized at the watermelon section. 280 acres of land of fast-growing watermelon, with each watermelon weighing about 10 to 20 kilograms, was totally new and surprising to our ears.
Watermelon yono tumulimanga ebisimba ebindi bwe birima sobola osimba mita ndala ku ndala kitundu, mita ndala kikolo ku kikolo, then mita ndala kitundu line ku line, watamu ensigo ibiri.
The specialists in this section were quick to inform us about how they ensure quality of produce within their harvest.
Enimire no sobola girimiramu emirundi nga 3 okusinzira ku isubi weri bali meze, ayenga osobola kulimamu emirundi 3 wabanga omaliriza. Omulundi ogwiraku osobola okukulanga mu bukuule isubi lwa nsonga nti singa abamazi ogemagana ngono era buti ono twamukwire mu bukuule lwa nsonga nti bwaba amazi ogemagana tosobola kubisa mu mbago oboteteganya amalibwa gano.
There is an independent section where food crops are being grown in Eden. Away from the common intention of food production, there is a broad value addition to all the produce generated from the different sections.
Kuba bwe tunayogera saawe, we might be excited. Bireka biri mu college. Musigale nga temubigemye oba nga temubibwe. Kale katumale ku kino, wano n'amazzi ebyawo, tuveewo kabe tujje kwa wandi. Then we tunamala awo kabe tumalirize n'awandi. Kale awo ndoza buli omu ayida kubanga amazzi okufuna ekifaananyi ekituufu. Tujje ku makro, tujje kwa naali muwogo omuto, ono mukulu tujje mu muto, tujje mu naanansi n'ebintu ebingi.
Here below is a discussion of some of these. Maize. Maize is also used in making chicken food and the remaining is sold.
As I told you that our interest is to add value of whatever comes, whatever we grow. That's why we have this hammer mill, it uses an engine. So this one engine can run the huller at the same time the engine.
Soya beans is used in oil production. Groundnuts covering over 80 acres of land for oil and sale.
No, obita 14. Binyebwa birungi. Era nga wolaba wano. Kuba ebinyebwa bino woba osimbye ensawo emu ofuna ensawo 16. Ensawo y'ebinyebwa bino ekola between 27 to 28. Ensawo y'ebinyebwa ng'ogisusiza eba ekola kiro 25 oba 27 oba 28. Kika kirungi kubanga w'osimba ensawo emu zeeso kiro 25 n'osobola okufuna ensawo 16. You can multiply and n'olaba buzito kiboba ofunye. Kika kirungi. Teekateeka liyuyika libeera nga oli olucyanga liyuyika lyo likola bulungi ku binyebwa. Oliteekateeka n'olita tractor n'olima n'oddamu n'osimba. Spacing okuva ku kinyebwa ekimu okutuuka ku kirala oteekawo fuuti emu kitundu. Kubanga gano gageja nga bw'ogalaba wano wonna tulisanze nga biri bwe biti. Ekiseera kigenda kutuuka buli lusaga luno gye lugenda gagenda ebeera nga eri ebinyebwa. So spacing ya gano okolako nga mpanvuko.
Cassava. Cassava occupying about 600 acres of land, carefully harvested, peeled, then cut into pieces and then critically dried in a clean environment for longer preservation.
Bamweta locus 1. Mawogo mulungi abala agumira obulwaire muwangazi mawogo mulungi ate awome okulibwa emmere n'obuwunga. Mawogo owundi nti muwangazi ayinza n'okumala emyaka 5 nga tagubugaire nga tavunze wamwagana nga ow'emyezi emito. Kale muwangazi agumira obulwaire agumira buli kimu ate abala so asinga ku mwogo owundi agenda n'okusinga ku gano. Era ku kikolo oyinza okwagana ku emirandira egiswika mu 15.
Tulimu n'abaana abaife twabaamu n'abaabaidde okunoonya ku mirimu kubanga enkulankulana buli lweba mu kitundu erina okugasa abantu ab'emiriraano naddala saayo eno abaana olayinza olowooza ati lwaki mukola be bayikwega kyova abantu bali kuba enduulumbo bayigaira amasomero abaana balifuna embuto. Lwaki? Kubanga abaana abo tibali kuyambibwa. Ayaidaano yapakasaawo yafuna bukafunawo yebeesaawo mu kifo kyandi bamulimbelimba ati kankuwa ekizigo yoreda akasente aba aliko akolaki alikafuna.
Cashew nut. Cashew tree is a tropical evergreen tree that produces the cashew seed and the cashew apple accessory fruit. The tree can grow as height of 14 meters, but the dwarf cultivars growing up to 6 meters. Cashew allergies are triggered by the proteins found in the tree nuts, and cooking does not remove or change these proteins. These cashew nut seeds were given to the farm by the government of Uganda.
Tukyetagisa itaka inene omuntu nga bani poloti asobola okumuta ku boundary ye itaka lyetolooza. Bw'aba ni eka asobola okumulimamu eka, aye nga buli alina ku kapoloti asobola okumuta ku lusalosalo oba mu compound ye ey'eitaka lye. Biza okulima cashew nut nti ye bw'omusimba nga bwe twasimba ono mu mabanga ga cashew nut osobola okulimiramu ebirime nga soya, walima ebirime nga maido, nga bidandaali, byosobola okufunamu akasente amangu nga ni kino kyona kiriwo.
It is seated on about 300 acres of land and has a growth period of about 5 years.
We have learned from the commissioner that 1 acre of cashew nut can fetch up to 28 million shillings per year. So we should encourage the community members to plant such high value crops on small pieces of land.
For the great work done by Prophet David in this place, even government officials like the Minister of State for Agriculture, Honorable Chakulaga Fred, was left amused by the works at Eden when he visited.
But as I entered this place, I remembered what the Bazungu said, that they came, they saw, and they conquered. Now with me, I'm not going to conquer.
That's good.
But I've come, I've seen, and I've liked what I've seen. This is very, very good work. So encourage it. Yeah, the Universal Apostles Church, Universal Apostles
Fellowship Farmers Organization.
No,
or Church,
the
Universal
Apostles
Fellowship
Church
of Righteousness.
of Righteousness.
Yes.
This is good work. You know, it's not only catering for the soul, but we should also cater for the physical body.
Yes.
So what we are doing is the best.
The best. Very sweet.
Them like they are not ripe, but they are sweet.
I've seen the fruits all over. Thank you very much.
We call this place Eden.
Eden is garden.
We want every type of fruit to be in this place.
The great works in this place have purposely impacted the native community in Nakaseke and the rest of the people that come from all parts of the country for training. These leave the place practically taught and better informed in agriculture.
Kubanga nsinkalu tujjakola ekisoboka kyona kyona tuboneke nti ebyetulikolera ku mataga no bibaawo. Kuba amadi wegalwa wegabagalwire tulina okuba ne irrigation. Tulina okuba ne irrigation. Kuba n'enteeka ya Katonda tebwefaanana. Sotoke mabuke me Katonda kanje enkole ntya byonna tubikola. Kati wano tusaba Katonda yatuwa. Biseera bisinga tusobola okusaba Katonda ekintu ekitulidde wano. Bwe tusaba Katonda amaanyi katuwa. Kana idda kutuwa. Ni bino tuliddako ebikuwa. Oko okwekiriza inako. Ekiri kutegeereka. Aye kabiriwo weriwo teetaagisa kabi. Kubanga singa tubaana ife tulenka tunasoloza abantu bana baidye tuli. Tekisoboka. So that means kabiri. Tuteekwa okukola Katonda ye. Kale
Tufume kukola tuono wafu. Wafunza dirumaka.
Abasuubuze mu butale.
Tufume kukola tuono.
Niwo mutwambaza ntabona.
Wafunza dirumaka.
Abalimi mwebale.
Tufume kukola tuono.
Niwo mutuliisa mu kibuga.
Wafunza dirumaka.
as Media Group, we give glory back to the God of Prophet David, for he has given us a chance to serve him.